So this is the dual 30mm cowl that goes to a 40mm fan on top of the PowerHobby heatsink. I put a small rubber gasket in between for some shock mitigation. This is what it sounds like. This is a 12 cubic feet per minute fan, and is because it is a lower power rating, it is much quieter than some of these that have been displayed, and still has fairly good airflow. I have found a alternative which I have a link for and have put the model number into the chat or into the bottom of the video, and the model number of that is a much more airflow, higher airflow fan than this one. This one is about 12 cubic feet per minute. The one I will be adding is about 23, it's almost 24 cubic feet per minute, and this one is rated at, I believe it's maybe 0.16 amps, so very low power compared to many of those that have been displayed. And the one I will be adding with the higher airflow is 0.6 amps. So again, significantly lower power consumption than many of the other fans that were displayed. One of the fans that was displayed I saw was 1 amp of draw and only pushing 19 cubic feet per minute. So that doesn't seem very efficient. These fans do have the angled blades in there for support. You can't see because I've got it mounted, but they have a better support on the back of them. Both of the fans do. Also, I wanted to mention that the heatsink, I had issues putting it on. It did not fit the stock engine or stock motor appropriately. It was just a little bit loose. I tried to fill that gap with thermal paste. That did not work very well. Ended up that when I put the thermal paste in, all I did is make a really huge mess. So after cleaning that up, I have come back and put in a thermal pad in its place. The thermal pad, this is the product that I used. It was really nice because it can be cut to shape and then placed on. After I cut it and placed it, it really locked that heatsink onto the motor. The only things that you do have to keep in mind when you're doing that is that there are in these heat sinks a groove right here and right here that allow airflow to come through the heat sink, and so you have to not cover those with the thermal pad. Also on the ends, both sides of the motor has the same coming out the sides, and on the other side, matching these here, is another place where air flows through this. So you do not want to cover those with the thermal pad, but the rest of it you absolutely can. And when you put the thermal pad on there and tighten the screws down on that thing, I mean, that heatsink is absolutely locked onto that motor and is not going anywhere. It won't even budge. So I mean, give you an example. I mean, that thing is really just locked down. Anyways, this is the video I wanted to send in, show you what I've done. Please leave me some feedback. I would appreciate it.